The Raccoon Who Lost Their Shape is a single-player interactive game that combines basic game mechanics with cultural symbology. Raccoon, made in 2016, has a simple retro design, but while it lacks technical appeal, it's rich with embedded metaphorical messages. Raccoon was developed for Film Cow Studios animator Scuffy and producer Jason Steele. It's free to play online, straightforward to master, and as keystrokes act as simple controls, it's best played on a computer as opposed to a mobile device. The entire game takes less than an hour and would appeal to anyone of reading age, although its embedded themes of love and loss may not translate to those very young. The game is very simple. You are the raccoon who moves back and forth between the ritual room and the office, where you click on a red button to invite clients down a tube. Raccoon's clients pay them to conjure up the spirits of their dead loved ones. Clients include an arrogant pentagon, a friendly square, a murderous triangle, and more. Throughout the game, players select options to progress. However, whichever option you choose, the game goes the same way. Raccoon invites in a client, they converse, and then Raccoon calls up a ghost at the altar. Raccoon is basic, but by using the game medium, as opposed to, say, a film or comic, the designers deliver a message to humanity in a clever and unique way. If the pleasure of gaming should be a combination of gameplay and narrative, it's Raccoon's slowly unfurling story that makes you ponder the game long after it ends. And it's effective because it taps into players' emotional residue of previous narrative experiences. Raccoon lacks some aspects common to other games, such as competition or reward or loss. Instead, you immerse yourself in Raccoon's world of quirky characters with their different personalities, feelings, and needs. The characters' interactions inspire you to self-reflect or think more deeply about the world and your social relationships, which is a good thing for everyone, and especially for the stereotypical gamers that gaming expert Lee Alexander describes as young white dudes with disposable income. Alexander believes now part of a writer's job in a creative human medium is to help curate a creative community and an inclusive culture. Raccoon achieves this worthy goal by teaching us to be more respectful of those we see as being different. For example, Pentagon is an arrogant, shape person who wants to connect with the spirit of the circle. Pentagon thinks having sides and angles makes him superior, an idea that clearly upsets Circle, who seeks revenge from the afterlife. Pentagon reminds us that judging people by their appearance may have harmful consequences. But as in real life, some characters are more likeable. Square is a friendly and supportive shape who has a lovely interaction with his dearly departed Rectangle. Perhaps they get along because they have the same number of angles and sides. And Cross, a shape spirit with many sides, challenges the bigotry of shape culture, saying, "You too are a shape of worth and dignity." And it's these translatable messages that act as helpful reminders about the discriminatory bias that influence our social interactions in the real world. Gaming scholars claim digital games are considered the epitome of contemporary escapism, and Raccoon installs profound real-world lessons in our minds while we escape into the unreal world of shape people, rituals, and ghosts. The difficulties of the shape, who's configured like a rhombus but identifies as a diamond, echoes those of transgender people. Diamond teaches us it's okay and sometimes necessary to rid your life of toxic people if they mistreat you. And ultimately, we are left with the pain Raccoon feels when they realise that Crescent, the shape person they thought they knew and loved, wasn't the person they knew at all. The Raccoon Who Lost Their Shape is a quirky, cult game with subtle but serious life lessons. The magic is in its message, and the messages are important ones.